All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 000146, State versus Maria Herrera. Can I have parties announce?
Jason Garrahead for the state, Your Honor.
And Brandon Jackson for the defense.
And are you Ms. Herrera?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any objection to defense counsel appearing by Zoom, State?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any objection to your attorney appearing by Zoom?
No, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Maria Herrera who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2025 CR 000146 for the offense of burglary of a habitation on March 17, 2025 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, State.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 1 on or about the 29th day of April 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Maria Herrera, committed the offense of criminal trespass in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated condition.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is to deny the motion to adjudicate, continue on or deferred with followed by intensive outpatient treatment, sober support, also monthly UAs until the court feels fit to discontinue, and then also have a MIC or MIC evaluation and follow those recommendations. Additionally, Judge, a no contact order with the Church of Holy Spirit located at 1230 Division Road, San Antonio, Texas, and zip code is 78225. And also if any restitution to Church of the Holy Spirit. And the state will take in consideration cause number 2025 CC 006958. And that is it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Probation,
Yes, sir.
is that your recommendation?
That's what's written on the.
All right. You've been on probation since March. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Maria Leticia Herrera.
All right, so what have you done since you've been on probation?
I got out. I went to Lower Ridge to get my depression help, and then I got out and I went inside the church without permission and without it being open to get hope for myself to pray.
Mhm.
I went to that church as a child, so I just wanted to go back home to the congregation.
Why do they think there's restitution that may be owed? What happened
Because,
while you're in the church?
I broke a window while I was there.
If you're going for help, why are you breaking windows at a church?
Because normally they had the doors unlocked for us to go in, but they didn't have it unlocked. And I
So your
really needed
response was to break a window?
Yes, ma'am. And I know that wasn't right, which I do know I gotta pay for the window.
Mhm. All right, so you're on probation. Let me just tell you what my issue is. You're on probation for a burglary of a habitation, which means you entered a residence without someone's consent. And now you've entered a church without consent. Usually when doors are locked at the church, that means that it's closed. And instead you broke a window. So after you broke a window, then what did you do?
I stayed and waited for someone to come help me.
All right. So probation, has she done anything on probation other than commit a new offense?
The top evaluation was done in the judge. Other than that, no ma'am.
And what was the TAP evaluation recommending?
Outpatient treatment, monthly UA, and sober support meeting?
I can tell you right now, I'm not going to follow probation's recommendation of intensive outpatient treatment. You need intensive inpatient treatment.
Judge,
Yes.
there was a recommendation that the TAP be revised following the new number 1 for status.
All right. So it's going to be inpatient treatment. So here are your choices. And these are your only 2 choices. There's not a third choice. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So 1, you're going to stay in custody until you're transferred to a residential facility, or maybe felony drug court will accept you.
Yeah.
Right? But either way, you're going to remain in custody. So you have that, or I will revoke you and sentence you to 5 years. Those are your 2 choices. 5 years or inpatient treatment.
Can I do Laura Ridge?
No.
I'll do inpatient treatment.
All right. So you're going to remain in custody until you're transferred to the inpatient facility. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. Deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include the following. No contact with the Church of Holy Spirit at 1230 Division Road, 78225. Restitution, if any, to Church of the Holy Spirit. Taking consideration 2025 CC 00695. And there's to be, she's to remain in custody until transfer to SADF or felony drug court.
Right away, the stakes here are massive. Maria isn't just explaining why she broke into a church. She's standing in front of a judge who could send her to prison for up to 20 years. The big question is this: will the court see desperation or just another violation of the law?
So probation, if you can do a felony drug court referral. Is there anything else, probation?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Oh, man.
All right. All right. Good luck to you. Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Is calling 2022 CR 9151W, State of Texas versus Jamie Lozano. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Robert Maurer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Jamie Lozano?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jamie Lozano who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 9151W for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on September 23rd, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 2, on or about the 19th day of October 2022 in Herrera County, Texas. The defendant, Jamie Lozano, is in there illegally using a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Did you understand by pleading to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. And I'm sorry, defense, any objection to the state's waivers?
No, Judge.
All right, is there an agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state would just recommend revocation then.
Defense, what are you requesting?
So, Judge, the last time we hear the court had or ordered an evaluation for Ms. Lozano for mental health, and she didn't qualify for DDRF or any of the other mental treatment programs. The probation department's recommendation was SADF. Ms. Lozano wanted to address the court about her request to be continued.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jamie Lozano.
All right, did you want to question her or?
Okay, Judge, I figured it'd be easier if she can just explain to the court what she's seeking and why she's seeking it. So
right,
explain
yes.
to the judge what you told me.
No objection.
That single word true is incredibly important in a courtroom. By pleading true, Maria is basically admitting she violated probation. That means the judge now has the legal power to revoke her supervision and send her straight to prison. So from this point forward, the hearing isn't about whether she did it, it's about what the judge is going to do about it.
Thank you.
I have a 15-year-old son that I'm raising alone with my family helping me, and I'm the
Then you're not raising your 15-year-old.
well, I mean, like without his father. His father's never been in the picture.
You're mumbling. You need to stop mumbling because the court reporter needs to hear, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, you may continue.
Oh, well, I want to go back on probation. I told the probation officer that day that I was coming up dirty, and then, you know, that I was sorry, and I've been sober since then. And my sister and my family is all sober.
Who is your sister?
She's present, Judge. She's a person in the Air Force. She's in the Air Force.
Oh, what's your sister's name?
JC Lozano.
Okay.
She lives across the street.
So what do you think should happen to you for testing positive?
I mean, I came back to jail and I've been sitting there and I've been reading my books.
No, my question, listen to my question. What do you think should happen to you for testing positive? I do remember you. Your hair color has changed. So what are you requesting? What do you think should happen? You tested positive.
This is the kind of courtroom moment you don't forget. Watch how the judge flips the script with brutal honesty.
I'm not sure what the options are for that. I was already gotten back sober, but I don't mind going to classes. I do. They had said they recommended counseling, and I would love to do counseling.
All right. So what I can tell you right now, I'm going to give you a choice. Sometimes I can't give people choices. It depends on what the case is and what's going on.
Yes.
You can either be continued and go into inpatient treatment, or either you can go to the state jail facility for 18 months. Which would you prefer? But either way, you're not leaving this courtroom and you're not leaving custody.
This is my first time ever coming up.
My question is, do you prefer 18 months in the state jail facility or inpatient drug treatment? Which do you prefer?
Can I talk to my lawyer?
Sure. Back on the record in 2022 CR 9151W, State of Texas versus Jamie Lozano. All right, Ms. Lozano, have you had a chance to discuss your options with your attorney?
Yes.
All right, so which do you prefer? 18 months in the state jail facility or inpatient treatment?
This is the moment where the case turns emotional. Maria isn't denying what she did. She admits she broke into the church, but her explanation is something you almost never hear in court. She says she was looking for hope and prayer. The real question now is whether the judge views this as a desperate cry for help or simply another crime.
Outpatient treatment, but I'll take the.
I cannot hear you.
I said I want the outpatient that was recommended, but I guess I'll have to take the.
No, I mean, you're not doing outpatient treatment.
It wasn't recommended. Inpatient was recommended.
Inpatient treatment was recommended. Here's the thing, Ms. Lozano, you were here before me previously, and at that time, I believe you had green, purplish hair.
No,
Your hair was not blonde.
it was yellow.
Yellow. Okay. So you were here before me. So I remember you. And I thought then that you had drug issues. And what I said at that time was, we will try it your way. And so you were given a chance to be in the free world and not use, but you used. There are consequences for actions. And people seem to think that the consequence for the actions is to cry and beg to get what they want. If everybody could write their own program when they have a drug problem, you wouldn't be here because you would have written your program and you would do great on it. And I can say that if I could write my own weight loss program and have it work, guess what? I wouldn't continue to eat the pecan turtle ice cream that they have, the HEB brand, which they're out of now. And that's not because of me. So what I'm going to do is you are going either to inpatient treatment and you're going to SATF. Is that what they're
That's the
recommending?
recommendation.
All right. And I'll have you referred to felony drug court. If felony drug court accepts you, then you can go to felony drug court. But if they do not, you're going to SATF. And what I can tell you is felony drug court is not going to accept you if you come with your idea that I only used one time.
I didn't say I used one time.
Let her talk.
And let me just tell you, the problem is your sister and other people who are in the military living their life, doing what they're supposed to do, they want what's best for you. And they want to believe you. But my experience with people who are addicted, they tell great stories. And sometimes I'm listening to it and I'm like, that sounds very believable. Maybe they did go to outer space. Maybe the moon is made of green cheese or blue cheese because it sounds so believable. And your relatives want to believe you, but you need to get your life together. It's currently not. It's chaos. And I'm trying to help you with the chaos.
That was not my life. I was already.
This is classic judicial reasoning. The judge isn't just looking at Maria's explanation. She's looking at patterns of behavior from the court's perspective. This isn't just one emotional mistake. It's someone already on probation for burglary committing another unlawful entry, and that dramatically changes how the law views the situation.
Starting my business that I have already started.
No,
I was.
because you know why? You know why I know that was your life?
And I had become. That was in October, and between October and then I got sober, and I was living with my parents in order to help me get.
You know why I know your life is chaos? Because you're here in a felony court for a felony charge.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
You're here in a felony court for a felony charge.
Yes, I understand.
So
It's my
again,
house.
if you don't want the treatment, you can just do your 18 months. You'll do your 18 months, you'll be done, and you can make whatever treatment plan you want to. So, do you want the 18 months in the state jail facility or do you want treatment? That's either yes or no. If you don't want treatment, then I will not give it to you. Somebody else will take advantage of it. And you can do your 18 months. You can mark your days off on your calendar. You'll get credit for any time that you've already been in custody for this case. And you can mark 18 months of your life off on the calendar. And then when you get out, maybe your sister or somebody will take you in. Maybe you will not use any more drugs. It's completely up to you. Do you want the inpatient treatment or do you want to do your 18 months? Which would you prefer? Cannot want treatment for you more than you want it.
I'm just doing treatment already out there.
All right, I'm going to help you out because I see you need help.
Like I do want the
I'm going to sentence you to 18 months. I'm going to grant the motion. I'm going to grant the motion, sentence you to 18 months in a state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money run concurrent. Counsel, I'll retain jurisdiction.
I'll talk to her sister about that, Judge. I don't see a whole lot of point with it.
All right. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I don't know. When did I sign that?
Last time we were here. Right, Patricia?
Yes, I saw something.
All right. You have a limited,
Yes, that's my signature.
all right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal as it relates to the allegation and the motion, not the fact that you're on probation. Do you understand?
No, I don't know.
All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition.
Oh.
If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And what is her sister's name?
JC Lozano.
All right. And what's her rank?
I'm not sure her rank right now.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. What's your rank? All right. So I want to let you know that I appreciate your coming in here. Sometimes you can't give help to people when you offer it. They have to want it. And if they want it and they have issues, I will give it to them. So don't think that this is your fault. You've done everything that you can do. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And here comes the turning point. Judges sometimes have the authority to offer what's called a treatment alternative instead of prison. But make no mistake, this isn't mercy without consequences. Inpatient treatment means strict supervision, loss of freedom, and months inside a controlled rehabilitation program. This is one of the most intense moments you'll ever see in a courtroom. The judge strips the situation down to two brutally simple options: rehab or prison. No negotiations, no third option. Moments like this show how the justice system sometimes becomes less about punishment and more about forcing someone to confront their choices.